Hey traders and investors, it's Serge Berger here. What we're going to talk about today is one of the most important things, and that's really how do you deal with a losing trade, okay? A losing trade is something that can and does happen to everyone, even the most successful trader. And if someone tells you they're not having losing trades or almost none, I can tell you over time they're basically lying to you. Okay, so it's extremely important for a trader to learn how to deal with a losing trade because losing trades happen every single day. Okay, so I'll give you an example of a trade that was a losing trade for me today. I bought Potash, ticker symbol POT, on the back of in my world of what I consider a good setup, had a really good trading setup here just a few days ago when it broke past this lateral resistance line. My goal was for the stock to move into this down gap from last July, so that's let me draw this in a little bit better for you. You can see the stock here gapped down after, I guess it must have been after earnings in July, so I'm looking for the stock to sort of move back up and fill this gap somewhere around this level here, around 38 bucks, something like that. Well, guess what? It didn't happen. Okay, the stock never reached this. In fact, what happened after the breakout, I bought it, and literally the next day, we had a sell side analyst come out who just decided to have some negative comments on it, and the stock reversed immediately. Look at what happened. We're now down here, back below the line. I got stopped out. Okay, now I have two options. I either get angry about it. I come up with some really choice words about this analyst, ruining my trade, or I consider the fact that, that's just one of a gazillion different things that could have happened. Maybe one mutual fund would have come in, or some hedge fund and sold a stake in the stock. It would have had the same exact outcome, or potentially the same outcome. So it's just one thing that happened. It's not the stock market itself that did this to me. This just happened to happen. Okay. So the other thing I can do is look at it just that way, in a more healthy way, and say, listen, this is just part of doing business. So what's important though, and I think this is what most people struggle with, is when this trade happens. In this case, again, this was a losing trade for me. I think it lost like almost 2% in this trade very quickly. It's important to stick to your stop, number one. Okay, stick to the stop you initially had. Don't lower it. In this case, don't widen it, in other words, and say, okay, we'll give it a little bit more room. No, you've been proven wrong. Okay. Point two, don't let this shy yourself away from taking the next valid trade. Okay, the next valid trade has a equal chance, if not a better chance, of actually happening because you're now dealing with the same trade, different situation. So this trade that didn't work has nothing to do with the previous trade or the next trade working or not working. It's extremely important that when you get the next signal, whatever that signal is for you, whether that's technical, fundamental, or through astrology or whatever you use to get your signal for a valid trade or investment. Just because you had a losing investment or a trade before, don't not take the next signal. Otherwise, your entire methodology you will never know what's actually working and not working. So that's the clue. Make sure you don't let these losing trades get to your head. Take the next signal. Don't blame anyone else other than yourself for not taking the stop if you didn't take it. And that's the way to become a consistently profitable trader. Hope this makes sense. As always, if you got any questions, you can hit me up on Twitter, which is Steady Trader. That's my Twitter handle. Take care.